is
And now, and wow, the phones. I was checking the phones. I'm like, yo, they're so outdated. Like they aged very quickly.
Oh no, there's a lot of things that we can question about. Like,
Yeah, even the
but
fight
we'll talk
scenes.
about get to that when you get to that scene in the end, because there's something I really want to point out, which is anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
Patience. I will be one with the color.
Yeah, no problem. By the way, this might lead to a rant, by the way. Anyway, we move directly into the Hulk, aka Bruce Banner scene, who's moving into a continuation of the Incredible Hulk movie. This is interesting considering that the writer from the Incredible Hulk is actually in here.
Right.
Yeah, Edward Banner, aka Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, there's also a strange Okay, this is my rant. There's a strange subplot of Natasha being terrified of the Hulk. This is never explained and actively counted in the Age of Ultron. I understand why it's there. I understand why it's there.
Yeah, but it's the Hulk though. If you knew the Hulk and you were in the room with the Hulk, I would panic.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
It takes like two things to make Banner mad, and then the building's gone. It's over.
No, but listen, Buckmeister, but at the same time, we could throw that criticism at anyone. Technically, Thor is an enemy of Earth, or at least to their knowledge, they don't know he's not.
Hulk can reason. Hulk does not reason in this movie. Hulk gets so mad that he was going to bring down the helicarrier. We'll get to that, but I'm just saying, it's the Hulk. And at this point, he's still the Hulk. It's not the Hulk that we get later that's doing yoga. This is the Hulk.
True, but why are you more terrified of Hulk than any other thing ever? Ever.
Because you can talk to him. He goes and drinks. He talks to people.
I'm good.
Okay. In a spaceship, right?
I understand what you're saying.
No one's in the corner going, oh my God, the Hulk might turn at any second. It's only Natasha. But you'll see what I mean later on. You'll see.
No. Let's put it in this context.
I'll counter with what I remember later on as well. But yeah, we'll get there.
I just wanted to highlight one. Yes, we need to establish that Hulk is incredibly scary. I think we've been coddled, even in those other movies, into thinking Hulk is angry and powerful, but it's the Hulk.
Okay, now here's the problem with that. How can you see a universe and then be like, okay, everyone else is strange, but Natasha is the only normal person?
Because she's the only human there.
No. I think I get what Rob is saying, I think what it is is that I don't think they.
Let's do a checklist of everybody in that room. We've got a thunder god that has been in so many battles he doesn't even have a sense of agency anymore. We've got a drunk playboy millionaire who's trying to poke the bear because for shits and or giggles.
Okay.
We've got quote unquote a super soldier that's been in so many wars that he doesn't really I'm sure he'd be welcoming death anyway if it was at that point. He just wants to make sure that the situation's under control. We've got Nick Fury, who's still at that point in time an enigma because he's an asshole. And then we've got Natasha.
And Natasha's a super spy. And Robin. Don't forget, Robin was in that room too. Okay, not Maria Hill. Excuse. Why is Robin never scared? Maria Hill. Panicking.
Well, I don't think we get to see them interact, but I think also it's that thing of this, I think it's that thing of she was looking the gamma bomb in the face. Right. I think everybody deals with Banner tangentially, so they never have to look at him in his eyes. And I think that's the thing, because when he got up and he did that, stop lying to me, that was traumatizing, because it was just like, okay, is he going to turn into the Hulk? So that I think that's playing in the back of her mind versus everyone else, because I don't think anyone in S.H.I.E.L.D. ever dealt directly with the Hulk. Nobody really knows what the Hulk is like at this point.
But I don't want to lie, that scene really got to me. Like, the first time when I saw it, I felt that. I was like, oh, flip. I would have pulled out the gun as well at that moment. When he said, don't lie to me, I was like... That's something. No greenness, just a person, right? Yeah. Freaks out. Yeah. Alien firing guns at her. There's blood on her face. Doesn't freak out.
No, wait. So, I agree with Buckmeister. I think her fear is warranted. However... Because, it's the Hulk at the end of the day, and also the film wants to play up that Hulk is the strongest Avenger, right? They want to try and pull that off.
He's the
and you are supposed to be afraid. my only problem with Natasha in this movie is it feels like her fear is personal. Like she plays the fear like something happened to her already. And like so when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, yes, we're afraid of the Hulk, but the way you're afraid of him, it's like something like I was waiting for a flashback throughout the movie. Like, are they gonna cut to something that happened to her in the past? It never happened, but it just seemed like it was way more personal than it was.
Exactly, that's my point.
Okay, but when we get to the thing that we get to, then I'll bring it up. But anyway.
Well, just hear me out. Anyway, I was gonna say I understand why it's there. It gives Natasha additional emotional weight and function. But did she need it though? This is my point. It to me she didn't need it. This is something that struck me as strange because I believe there's two reasons why she has this emotional arc with the Hulk. Number one is that she's Joss Whedon's favorite character, and in the story she's using vulnerability as a power. Because and Natasha having this unique fear, because again, it's unique to the rest of the group, kind of shows that she has this vulnerability as a power. A lot of storytellers make the mistake of believing power is power in storytelling. If that were the case, Superman would be bigger than Batman. I call this the Hermione mistake. In Harry Potter books, Hermione is an insane, neurotic perfectionist who, if she was written today, would be written with a mental illness. Hermione is so crazy that she kidnapped and blackmailed a news reporter. She started a house elf slave rebellion that failed, and she stole a rare potion ingredient from Professor Snape, a potion master who hated them specifically. Those things defined her personality as passions. In the movies, they get rid of all of that, and they make her so talented and wise, not just smart, that she should have been the main character of Harry Potter. She could have won that. She could have been Voldemort herself.
Yeah.
I call this weak writing. Joss Whedon is a good enough writer to not do this, so that's a positive for him. But it's bad for not explaining why this uniqueness of Natasha.
Well, I think it was because it's linked to that stuff that was happening in Avengers 2. So I get the point.
Remember, kids, Avengers 2 is the middle child we don't talk about.
Yeah,
it's the worst Avengers film out of all the Avengers films.
We agreed. It is the only one that never made to S tier. It was Avengers 1, Civil War. Then
Civil War is basically Avengers
2.
I like Avengers 2. I'm not with you guys.
Avengers.
I can't. I like it.
Well, full on. Okay, nice. But I was gonna say there's a better way. They could have done a cool way of explaining this. Like, you know what I mean? They could have made it like I call it the strong or black guy or barbarian stereotype. Basically, what this is like there's a master of a physical world. They always, the strong guy, and then they always for some reason they always spooked by something they can't punch. You guys have seen this in storytelling.
Oh yeah.
The tank.
Like the Dothraki, for example. They're all afraid of magic, even though they're all these like strong types, you know what I mean? And they all happen to be POCs. But that's always a combination thing. It always seems to be the case. The other reason I believe he's done this is for spice, because by adding this fear, you add a level of tension to the storyline that wouldn't have been there otherwise. Because without Natasha being scared, that scene is kind of a dead scene with two people talking.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's two people talking. Me and Kutso, we discussed this already with Tarantino, how his scenes are basically the old bomb under the table thing, where we know there's a bomb under the table, we know shit's about to go down, you know what I mean? But they don't know that, so it gives us interest. So I think that's what was happening there.
Also, it's funny how Fury wanted Banner not for the Hulk purposes, but he actually wanted Bruce. You know what I mean? And I think it's good writing in a sense that, sometimes when superheroes have an alter ego, you don't really see the distinction between the two characters. It's not like it's as if they're not written as two characters. They're just written as one character, and sometimes you can't really tell the difference. But here you see that Banner is actually an asset. You know what I mean? Like it's actually an asset to the team as Banner. Sure, he is an asset as the Hulk as well, but at this point in time, he was needed for to locate the Tesseract, not because he's the Hulk.
Natasha quote unquote says that because like you're the latest foremost gamma expert in the world. If there was
Yeah,
anyone else, I would not be here.
exactly.
And you show that.
Well, why does he go again? Because like Banner doesn't strike me as the guy that agrees to anything with the government.
Oh no, Banner wants to help because he knows about the Tesseract and its dangerous potential.
Mm.
Yes.
So it's one of those.
Oh, okay. So it's him being the hero thing. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's also one of those moments I always. I remember when we were talking about the Snyder universe, and one of my biggest arguments was these guys are acting like the world is not going to end.
Right.
There comes a point where your petty struggles doesn't matter. Oh
Right.
wow, my dad made me into a half robot. I'm so sad and depressed. But wake up, everybody's going to die if you don't act now. And that's what Wonder Woman should have been telling him. Like, listen here, I don't give a damn about you and your daddy issues. Go save the world. We don't get with Bennett as the simple solution. You know you're being hunted. We've been watching you. We've kept people off your back, but we really need you right now because if you don't help us find this bomb, we are all gonna die. And he just says, "I bet, let's go."
Yeah.
Big difference.
Just Cyborg's. It's a Cyborg's defense. He never asked to be a hero, so
Neither did Banner. Did Banner?
No, but I'm saying Banner at least got to keep his dingaling. Cyborg is like full robot down there.
But also, I think the more you guys are thinking about this, the more I realize that Victor was still in high school. He was still a teenager.
No,
It was just a
he's
teenage
like,
thing to do.
bro.
You know what I mean?
So is Peter Parker.
Whoa, wait. So he was playing.
Peter still gets hot
So
chicks.
he was
Who's
playing
dating Cyborg?
So wait. Cyborg was playing professional football as a teenager.
Oh,
Was it
like in
professional?
college or what?
I don't
Yeah, I
call
think
it.
it was college. Maybe
So then he
college.
was a young adult. There's no way. He's 18 plus. There is no way he's still a teenager.
Have
That's
you
true.
talked to an 18-year-old?
My mistake.
Have you like actually had a conversation with an
If they're
18-year-old?
old enough to vote, if they're old enough to be canonically to sign contracts, they're old enough to be adults.
See lately?
The only thing you can say is that you can't take a drink because he may or may not be 21 in America.
Yes.
Not here.
So
justice for
Okay,
Cyborg because
that's
he lost his whole bottom half.
Let's keep going. Let's keep
so
going.
did Grievous, and look at what he turned out to be.
Yeah, he got shot in the chest. Anyway, sorry. Go on.
Hey, Doom did great for himself. He lost his shit too, didn't he? But anyway, cool. The scene basically lasts 5 minutes. I think it goes through pretty smoothly. It's great, effective dialogue, and we get it through it quick. The next scene is an exposition scene with all the Shield bosses getting a briefing of what the story's theme is. Remember in Saves the Cat, we talk about there's a section in Act 1 where they discuss the theme, and that's kind of this is what happens right here, where Nick Fury kind of discusses that we need soldiers to win the war, and discusses what the value of teamwork is. So this discusses the main themes of Avengers.
Wait, since we're on that topic, I just want to say the movie and its themes are well executed. No way. I don't endorse American imperialism. Just want to throw that out there. I think it is what it is, but the movie does a great job at executing that idea. Anyways, yeah.
Cool.
It was good propaganda for them at the time. I will agree. It also shows that whole Illuminati-esque big ass screen. Because if it wasn't for like 3D, you couldn't even see the faces of these people in that screen. It was like this big silhouette.
Yeah.
But also, I just feel like I don't know who copied who. I don't know if those guys from Young Justice copied the Avengers with the light, or whether Joss Whedon was watching Young Avengers and he was like, "Oh, Young Justice," and it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna add."
Didn't Avengers come out first?
I think
they come out
at the same time. I think, yeah.
Oof, that's a tough one. I'm not sure then. But I would
It also tells
If
me
there's one
that
thing-
don't live in New York. Like this whole movie is just don't live in New York, especially in the
Yes.
Marvel universe.
Yeah.
You are always
I don't
ground zero. Always.
I don't know if I put this. If I've asked you this, guys, before. If this one of these would you rather games that I play is that would you rather live in Marvel's New York or in Gotham City?
Hey, but Gotham.
I think Gotham, dog. New
Hell
York is
no.
getting
I don't
invaded
know.
by aliens.
Dark
Like
Knight
the
Rises
sky
is pretty
opens,
lit, bro.
like the sky opens in front of New York every 2 weeks.
If Bane wanted to blow up a nuclear bomb.
But I can leave. I can go home.
You
I don't have to deal with
couldn't.
I don't have to deal with a black hole opening up in the middle of the floor and then demons coming out. Like in every
No.
movie,
But the
Correct.
prisons are
New York
open.
gets attacked.
Let me
The
let me
prisons are
Spider-Man,
open.
New York
let
gets
me
attacked.
let me put it
Avengers
up.
1, New York.
I didn't.
Everybody's going to New York.
Let me
Okay,
put it
what
in
if?
this.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. I was just wanted to say. I didn't say the MC cinematic universe cities. I'm just talking about the
Marvel.
the Marvel.
The comic books. Hell
Come
no,
on.
I'm going to Gotham.
Even then, hell no.
Yeah, dog.
Look,
Do you read the comic books? Every
I-
hero is there. Iron Man, every time he has a fight, the city gets destroyed.
Civil
Aliens,
War.
they land there.
Didn't they have
I was just
Demons,
being a
Dormammu.
contrarian. I was being a
Dormammu shows
contrarian.
up in New York. Dormammu.
I was being a
Dormammu
contrarian.
opens
I agree
portals
with
in
you.
New York.
Yeah, no.
look.
Gotham-
Gotham's the one.
Compared to Gotham, there are how many villains, how many gangsters, how many mass murderers, and only
Dog,
one Batman.
At least they're humans.
Yeah.
Dormammu.
Yeah.
Dormammu will steal my soul.
Also, for some reason, rich people seem to always live their best lives in Gotham. For some weird reason, it's always the poor that are
Yeah.
just getting their asses whooped and having their houses destroyed. There's no
True.
rich person
What are
being
you saying?
like, "Wow, Batman needs to do his job."
What are you saying,
They
bro?
all-
Owls and the talons. There's security. Yes.
yeah.
That works.
The Court of Owls. Did you say the Court of Owls?
Yes, they have talons.
Yeah.
At least I'll die normally. It's not like a demon will snatch my soul and banish me to the abyss. Like I'll just take a knife to the stomach and I'm out. Like New
sometimes
York
the
is
heroes-
crazy.
Sometimes the heroes simplify
Joker's toxin, whatever.
Okay,
Yeah,
Joker's
and
different. That's the
and you
problem.
talking about how Gotham has one Batman, Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery alone, Venom
Yeah.
alone, Carnage alone, bruh. I'm
Also,
gonna get
Batman tries
possessed,
his best not to let people die. Avengers people they lose people, bro.
Funny
Like
enough-
casualties.
Funny enough,
Yeah.
someone said that Marvel movies, the Russo brothers actually stopped focusing on superheroes saving people, but it was more about superheroes doing cool stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which-
Bruce
Anyway,
feels
sorry,
it like
go ahead, go ahead, bro.
I mean, even the movie we don't talk about, we only see one hero, one save the day hero thing. Like get in the tub. That was Iron Man carrying a whole family out of a collapsing
No,
building
I
in
mean
Sokovia.
you also
That's
get
about it.
the no, you also get the Hawkeye goes to go pick up the kid and take them to the helicarrier and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
So
because of plot.
What's that one again?
oh, I was saying the Hawkeye goes to save the kid and take them to the helicarrier. So you do get that.
Talking about Ultron. Oh, okay. But all I'm
Yeah,
saying
and you also get the Quicksilver save the people from the train. So
is
there's that as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. The Russo brothers, not Whedon.
Oh, right.
Sorry,
that's
what were you saying? I think you tend to mute a bit. Were you saying something?
it mutes me. But I was gonna say, don't you think it's a bit unfair that Superman, who does save people, always gets roasted because he's not always smiling when he does it? But then when the Russos don't save people,
No, I think the thing is with Superman, the reason why he got roasted is because during his fight with Zod, he threw Zod through buildings. It was just like, that's the time when you're supposed to show him trying to save people. Like in Man of Steel, the Smallville fight scene is the best fight scene in that movie because Superman is actively trying to save people. We get to Zod, he's jumping over tankers that can blow up for a cool pose, and the people in the back are just gone.
Ah!
And
yeah.
then he goes into space and goes right back to Metropolis to go fight Zod again. And it's just like, take the fight somewhere else. And then in the middle of the fight, while Zod is down, he's kissing Lois. And it's like, bro, this is not the time for you to be kissing Lois. What are you doing?
I would if I was Lois, I would have consented right there and then. I would not have resisted. Like Who the fuck is Zod?
You-
Who the
you-
fuck is Metropolis?
You're about to die. Zod is not dead.
It's
And then like, I
Superman.
think at the end, and then I think at the end,
It's that Superman. I'll be like, take me.
And it's CTE.
I'm
He's just getting
sorry,
nothing
Rob,
but.
you were saying?
I'm saying in Man of Steel, Superman is getting nothing but CTE. This man is catching hands left and right. Just take it outside. What are you talking about?
No, but he's not even trying. And also, my guy, he made that big deal about saving that family from Zod when he snapped
Bro,
Zod's neck. I was like, what about all the people you threw Zod through a building through? Like,
Guys,
bro.
I like what you're saying, because Loki says something in Avengers. He says something to Natasha. He says, because this is when Natasha was asking about Clint. I know we're gonna get there, but I just want to make this thing that he says, the people that you consider good people have killed people.
they've got so much red in their ledger.
Yes.
Yeah, the red in the ledger scene, yes.
So it's like, yeah, sure, you killed Zod, but how many people have you killed, Clark?
Anyway,
True.
that's another movie for another time. We'll talk
Okay,
about the Snyderverse another
I
day.
just want to say at this point in time,
Yeah. Anyway,
I just want to say at this point in time, we are not getting any chocolates anymore. We tangented how
Yeah.
relapse. I'm so sorry. We're so good.
No, I think Loki is doing this.
I'll blame someone else, but my screen will go black, so I'll just keep quiet.
cool. Yeah, they're discussing the theme. Then the line "War is won by soldiers" is followed by us getting a vision of Captain America, which is a sweet intro for him.
Steve is gorgeous as ever.
Or the punching bag scene.
Yes,
Yes.
We're still there? Okay.
Nah, he looked like a unit. Yeah, he looked like a unit in that scene. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, Steve is reintroduced to the Tesseract in his debrief. This only lasts 3 minutes and works as a nice character exposition scene.
Sorry to cut you off there. One thing I've noticed about this movie is the writers, Whedon and Zach, right? You can tell that they were so deliberate with how every character speaks, because all of them speak differently. Like when Cap is talking to Fury, you can tell this guy's a soldier. Calls him sir. Is this my mission? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell that this guy, he's ready.
Pissed.
And obviously, when Fury speaks, he speaks with authority, and Loki still has that Shakespearean type of,
It's almost like they watched the previous movies, which is something that everybody in Phase 4 forgot to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when I watch this Loki and I'm watching the Loki in the Loki series, I'm like, isn't this Loki supposed to sound like the Loki in Avengers?
Dude.
They don't sound the same.
Totally different people. Eh?
But credit where credit is due. You can tell that this Captain America is different from the one we're going to get in the Captain America versus Captain America scene. That's America's ass scene.
Right.
Tell that this is a different Captain from that one. That's at least a nice little moment for the deep future.
And also, he says that beautiful line. Anything you want to add about the Tesseract before I leave, you should have left it in the ocean.
In the ocean.
There's a part of me that goes, first of all, guys, this isn't the Ring of Power. Let's calm down with how evil the Tesseract is. But yeah, no, I feel you there. Yeah, cool. We followed this with Iron Man and a catch-up from the last Iron Man movie. The character chemistry is best here. I love the...
I think it gets introduced in the 20th minute or something, if I'm not mistaken. Or the 25th minute.
Yeah, 20 minutes, you're right. We also get a different piece of exposition with each scene building to the 28-minute point. Yes, that's all.
By the way, I think we need to speak about that because that's very important. One thing I have realized about this movie is every scene is deliberate. Every scene. Because when we get introduced to Tony, it's when he was... what's this? He was putting that energy that can sustain the stock tower for like a year or something.
He was cutting off the grid. He was cutting off the stock building from the grid so that he can just solely rely on the arc reactor.
Can't he just do this for South Africans? But okay, anyway, that's a story for another.
I'm working on it.
You're like, okay, guys, we need to get some tariffs, so we're going to cut 20% of that. the ministers must still have electricity. So we need to make sure they get extra. So then
No, you know what the solution is? Just make the Springboks play every day. Just make them play every day. We will never be without electricity.
The Proteas just beat New Zealand today, and still nobody gives a damn. It's like, second born Yamang.
Just have Sia Kolisi running on some grass somewhere and say, film it. and we'll never be without electricity.
But basically what I'm saying is that moment, which could have seemed random, does become crucial throughout the story.
Yeah.
A massive deal throughout this entire.
That's what happens when something is written properly.
Right.
You don't waste words. You don't waste airtime. Airtime is precious. Every moment in a movie is important because it's your time that you've given to it. So it needs to add up to something.
Like you don't show She-Hulk working. I get you.
Why do you guys think this movie is more economical than the other movies? Like clearly the structure, they're using the structure. I would probably say this movie has like a 5-act structure.
Well,
why do you think they didn't, do what they did later on where they just add useless?
They were not that successful to that extent. I mean, this is the first billion movie that they made, right?
That's one. Two, I think Kevin Feige had a better handle on this universe where it was at the moment, because Joss Whedon said that they made him take stuff out. Like he wanted to actually add a lot more things. And then eventually they made him take so much stuff out that he had to start building the conflict between the Avengers instead of having the Avengers fight something from the outside.
So you're saying management was basically more
everybody was on the same page with what they were creating. I think right now people are not on the same page because they don't know where it's going. Like it's become Hollywoodized to the point where the executives are like, we can chuck this in a machine and an algorithm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should happen, and that should give us $1 billion. Where this one, they were building a story.
Yeah, it's like that Kathleen Kennedy strategy where she gets the directors that she likes and says, you can do whatever you want to Star Wars. Just come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Who said something? I thought I had the forbidden words.
I mean, it would be nice.
So sorry,
if they
Rob,
went
keep
back
it going.
Yeah, sorry, Rob.
Well, okay. Cool. Yeah. As we said, we get a different piece of exposition for each scene, building up to 20 minutes. So now we've hit 28 minutes. We now hit the 29th minute, and finally we get to see the villain's point of view. We get the Loki exposition now. We've set up all the individual characters, and now we actually set up Loki. Every person is explained. We cleverly get our Fire Lord set up, and that being a nameless, faceless upper force that we should all be scared of. Who knows who could that be?
Who is that?
Who's that Pokemon?
Because he's like a Desard type of.
Which one? The other.
Yep, that nameless, faceless force.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were talking about that guy who kept on talking all the time. You question him. You question us. You question him. Him who came in us.
Why was he never used again?
Thanos knows how to pick his hype man. Between that guy and Ebony Moore.
No, but like, think about it. Why was he never used again? Like, he never popped up in another Avengers movie.
I thought it was going to be Ebony Moore.
He died. He was killed.
Bring along, man. Because that guy, he should have been the rings guy. You know what I mean? The psychic guy. That's who he should have been. Yeah, that's who he should have been the whole time.
But he gets killed by Ronan the Accused in the very next movie.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, he snaps his head. He snaps his neck.
Okay.
Wow, I guess we weren't paying attention to Guardians. Oh, okay.
I wonder why.
Hey, I love the Guardians. I remember none of the villainy.
Yeah, remember at this point in time, Marvel didn't really have the best villains. We loved superheroes interacting with each other more than we loved the villain scenes.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
All I remember is Hooga Shaga. But anyway, cool. 33 minutes in, the stars are meeting. Captain America, Black.
Wait. Did you just cut through the scene where where Loki talks to that other guy.
Yep. Okay.
Because we can't miss that beautiful line he says. It's like,
Okay.
if you should hide the Tesseract from us, trust me, there is no world,
Yeah.
no barren moon, no crevice where he cannot find you.
No crevice.
You think you know pain? He will make you long for something as sweet as pain. And then
now
like,
that I'm rewatching this movie with the knowledge that I have now about what happens to all these other characters, you actually realize that Loki was not really a threat as much as we thought he was at that time. Loki was just a tool to be used by Thanos, basically.
I'm going to be getting into that a little bit later, but yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to that?
I think you can keep it going.
All right, cool. 33 minutes in, we start the stars start meeting. Captain America, Black Widow, Banner. The good guys are together hunting the bad guys.
And the helicarrier.
Yes, on the helicarrier, yes.
That helicarrier scene. Nobody was actually expecting for the helicarrier to be a helicarrier. We are all okay with the idea.
Yeah, this is when they still respected the source material. This is when people were reading the comic books and it was just like, okay, we're not going to be like the comic books, but we are going to honor the source material. Now it's just freestyle. Secret Wars is just Nick Fury running around with no eye patch and getting drunk. While there's a guy who is upset at him and is going to throw tree branch arms at him the whole time, only for them to just say, no, there's Gia, who we don't know who she is, where she comes from, but she's the strongest and she has all the powers of the Avengers and we'll never see her again. Even though she could have been Elijah, who is a very prominent Skrull character and a female, but like they were just like, we don't care. Comic books for who? We are the MCU, but you're the comic.
Bring Khaleesi over here and give it.
Yeah, and let her be forgettable.
Let's all be mad at the 70-year-old human instead of the one woman that can punch holes into spaceships, that can fly in space. No one be mad at her. Be mad at Nick, the 8-year-old man that was vanished.
And then the other thing is, you guys traveled to Earth. Why do you need Captain Marvel and Nick? Just do what you did the first time you came here. Like, you can find your own planet. What are we talking about? Anyway.
Yeah. And it's so funny because one last thing. I think the message there is so funny because it's like the Captain Marvel movie is like, immigration is not that bad, guys. And then Secret Invasion is like, no, immigration is that bad. No. Turns out it's going to be a problem.
Yes. Suddenly we are all Republicans. Fuck them immigrants.
The Disney Plus
jobs. They're gonna steal.
The Disney Plus shows have bad politics, man. All of them. They have horrible politics.
Which is ironic because they're all lefties. But anyway,
they're supposed in what? I mean. The only time Disney shows themselves to be leftist
okay,
is
children, we're tangenting again. Children, we're tangenting. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it, Rob. We're infecting your podcast. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I really didn't want to bring our chaos into this podcast. It's so organized and so professional, and here we are.
Sorry. Act two.
Behave, kids. We are all sober, by the way. We don't drink.
Act 2, helicarrier.
We've actually cut to Act 2. That's correct. We quickly move to the bad guys. They've got their first mission. They need an eyeball. The good guys find the location of Loki, and they're off. We're 37 minutes in. Simultaneously, we get a Hawkeye, Metal Gear Solid / Splinter Cell, depending on which fan you are, infiltration. Plus a Captain America mission getting ready. You see him suiting up, getting ready to suit up. Then he travels, showing an orchestra to a gala type event, to Loki attacking as a distraction for Hawkeye. This is all done in a single montage. Yeah. This is done on a far grander scale in a Christopher Nolan thing. Best examples being Interstellar and Inception and The Dark Knight as well. Dark